to you. This is not all about is Seer one in Nigeria, is Seer one in... It has nothing to do with that. I don't care. I don't want anything from you. I am talking so that your eyes opens. Why must grade 9 children start writing examination to learn Chinese language? Learn it for what? Eh?
Uyoni mukabene uyo aliukwa 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 lelo atikanande ichaba kumutima nekanande.
Hi guys, this is lilymutamztv, also known as Girl from Zambia. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so that each time I upload videos, you'll be notified that Z posts a video, that Z has uploaded a video. Thank you so much for more than 67,000 subscribers. I am so grateful that you keep on coming to my YouTube channel. Na totela sana. Thank you so much. In this video, I will be talking about the live stream that we had yesterday, as well as Seer One's live stream, which will be embedded in this video, and just me briefly introducing this topic. And obviously, I'll let you know in the near future what's happening. So this video is about the Chinese language, which has been introduced in Zambia. I wasn't really aware that the language was being introduced in schools and that children in schools are expected to write Chinese exams. I thought children were being taught maybe like, those who are really interested, maybe there's like special centers where you can go and learn Chinese, and maybe they have occasional lessons like the way we learn French, Spanish, and other languages. But no, the Chinese language in Zambia is now part of the curriculum, Zambian educational curriculum, and there's even exams. So you have to pass the Chinese language in order for you to progress to the next stage. And I have been in shock. Actually, I couldn't believe what I heard, and in asking questions and reading comments from people, there's confirmation that actually the Chinese language started in 2017 to 2018 with primary schools, and now it's also gone to secondary schools where they're teaching even for them to like write exams. And somebody on the live stream had mentioned that they have Chinese centers in Zambia, which is at the University of Zambia. And somebody mentioned that if we have a Chinese center in Zambia, it could be a Chinese spy center. That's what they do. Apparently they use that to learn the Chinese language. I am in shock with what's been going on. We can't be colonized again. We already were colonized long ago by the British, and we speak English. It's good we speak English because then you and me can communicate, yeah. But we don't want to learn Chinese language because Chinese language will not help us. So I have been in shock, actually. I couldn't believe that this is how far things have gone. And as long as Chinese language is being forced in Zambia, it means that Zambia is definitely a Chinese colony. It's a subliminal Chinese colony. And I've shared images of businesses, Chinese businesses, all written in Chinese languages, and then they just put a telephone number. You've seen videos from our mayor, Mao Samba, who visited businesses and everything was written in Chinese language, the menu, everything, except maybe the telephone numbers. That's what's been going on in Zambia. So I wanted to just share with you this video and for you to watch Seer One's video. He had a lot to say. The video is about 50 minutes, but he has some valid points about everything that's going on in Zambia and how he's been receiving messages and calls from different people, because he has a line which is public on his Facebook page, and Children in secondary have been calling him, families have been calling him to say, we are worried, why should we learn Chinese? So we should say no to Chinese language. And remember, the hashtag is Lungu out. If you're a Zambian, the power in order for us to get rid of this current administration is what? Your voter's card. So make sure you register as a voter, and as a youth, keep on speaking out. I didn't know that this is how far things have gone. So thank you so much for people who call and whistleblow. Now we know that these are the things that are going on. So I'll leave you now with a video from Seer 1, and I will make my commentary in the next video, because I have another video, part of this video. He's done a very long live stream, 2 hours. So I'm cutting him into bits and pieces, and then I'll make commentary according to the subject. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Happy Youth Day to all the youths all over the world. Happy Youth Day to youths of Zambia, youths of Nigeria, youths of Botswana, youths of Zimbabwe, youths of South Africa. Happy Youth Day to all the youths in Africa. If you have just joined this broadcast, we have a lot of things to discuss tonight. A whole lot of things. And tonight, I'm going to be speaking seriously for the youths. So if you are a youth, or you know any youths, anywhere they are in Africa, I'm not talking about the youths all over the world. I am a Pan-Africanist. I love Africa so much. So if you are a youth in Africa, you know any youths from all over Africa, invite them to this broadcast. We have something important, something extremely important that I want us to discuss tonight. In this broadcast, I am going to be inviting you. I am going to be inviting some youths. I'm going to invite you. We are going to talk here. We are going to talk with Commander One. We are going to talk with so many youths. Today, you are going to have the opportunity to talk to me. I will invite you. We'll talk on video like this. We talk to each other. The whole world is seeing you as you are talking. I am seeing you as you are talking. And for the first time, I am going to touch B10. Those of you that are in Zambia, I want to talk about B10 today. For the first time since I started my work about liberating the nation of Zambia from corrupt thieves. There are so many things that we are going to be discussing today. Now, start sharing this video. It's very, very important. Start sharing. Share it in all the groups. If you belong in groups on Facebook, share the video in all the groups. Share it on your wall. Let every youth join this broadcast. Quickly do that now. Do that, hurry. Start sharing before we start. Start sharing. Share it in all the groups where you belong. Every youth must hear me. Whether you are a political youth, you are from PF, you are from MMD, you are from NDC, you are from anywhere. What I want to discuss tonight is beyond party. So do quick. Share now. Share now. Let everybody join and watch now. I want to share also on my account to invite the people that are my friends on Facebook. I want to share also so that they can join the broadcast, because we have something very important to discuss tonight, something extremely important. Good. As I'm quiet, keep sharing in all the groups. I want you to go in all the groups. They must hear. They must hear. Today they must hear. Okay, keep sharing, because I want to share to my account so that my friends that are here on Facebook, they can also see, so that they can join. It's very, very important. Believe me, I swear, what I want to share today is going to help you. It's going to help a lot of people. Remember that your pen and your paper is a must. And you are watching this broadcast, you know that this is the first time you are seeing Seer One, or you are seeing Seer One, but you are not, you have not liked this page, you are not following this page. Please quickly follow this page. Even before you start watching the video, there is an option there that says follow. You follow the page. Anytime I'm live, you receive notifications so that you don't miss. Share quickly. I heard somebody say, Seer One, you say you want to talk for the youth today. You want to talk to the youth today. Can we also join? We are not youth. Join. Anybody can join. What I want to share is very, very important, especially if you are from Zambia. And those of you that will start saying, Seer One, you are not a Zambia. Why you talk about Zambia? I chose to talk about Zambia. I talk about Zambia from my page. I do what I want because it's my page. Freedom of speech. If you want, you can talk about Nigeria. If you know something about Nigeria, you can. As an Africa, you know, we are one. You are supposed to talk about Nigeria without fear. You know, I know what I'm talking about. Personally, to me, I love Zambia more than Nigeria. And I'm at liberty to love any country that I want in the world. As I'm quiet, to make sure that they are sharing, because I want my friends. There are some groups of people in America, Zambians, London, groups of people where they added me. They said, when you are live, please share with us so that we can watch. So I'm trying to share with them as well, so that they can also listen to what we are saying tonight. It's very important. So, glory, glory, glory. And before we proceed, I want to thank all the people that are following me, all the people that are following me from all over the world. You know, you like encouraging me, you encourage me, you tell me, Seer One, things are happening. Seer One, we love you. Seer One, continue saying the truth. I want to say that I love you so much. You know, I love you so much. Your encouragement to me is very, very important. I love it so much. And secondly, I want to say that I do not have any representative in Zambia that gives you ring, that give you, do as I say, oil, that give you this and that. No, I do not have that representative. There is a thief that is using my name in Zambia to steal money from people. Mr. Fury. He claimed to be Mr. Fury, but I know him. Police is already looking for him because they will catch him now. Yesterday, he stole 10,000 kwacha from somebody and they reported that thing to me. So we are following him. I don't have any representative in Zambia. I have millions of children in Zambia. I have pastors in Zambia. There is Pastor Oscar. There is Pastor Evans. And there is a Pastor Joe. These three people are the pastors that I have in Zambia. But they will never ask you for money to say, no, send us 2,000 so that we give you ring. Send us 2,000 so that we give you, do as I say. No. They don't do like that. There is Mr. Fury in Zambia that is using my name to steal money from people. I have written him on WhatsApp to say, stop using my name to steal money from people. He has opened a Facebook account called Prophetic Seer. He posts my pictures there. He posts ring. He posts my things there. But I have warned him to stop. But he has continued. He continued to steal money from people. He continued to steal money from people. He called himself Mr. Piri. Please, it does not represent me. He does not represent me. I don't have any representative in Zambia. I have children in Zambia, millions of them, and I have pastors in Zambia. Pastor Joe, CFM. I have Pastor Evans, anointed. I have Pastor Oscar. These three prophets are there in Zambia. They are praying for people, but they can never ask you to send money to them or do this or do that. No, we don't do that. So all of you that are watching me, you know that Mr. Fury has stolen money from you. Report him to the police. We have already reported him, and police, they are already looking for him, and they will catch him very soon. All the money he stole from you, he will refund it back to you. I don't have any representative. That account, Prophetic Seer, is not my account. That is a fake account created to steal money from you. Please be very, very careful. I don't have a product of 2,000. I don't also, when you want a product from Seer One, a miracle money product, a power product, crowd product, prophecy product, any product you want, my number is here on this Facebook page. You find it. It's a South African number. It ends with 44. You find it. You send me a message on WhatsApp. You say, Papa, this is what I want. I tell you, this is what you need to do. Even before you do that, make sure you call me on video call to know that you are talking to Seer One. There is a lot of thousands of people that are using my name to steal money from people, that are using my name to steal things from people. Avoid those things. Be safe. Let your money be safe. Be safe and let your money be safe. There is thousands of people that are from Zambia, thousands of elderly people that have joined us today, thousands of them from rural area that are watching Seer One. They always, one of them called me and said, every day my children, I tell them, has Seer One appeared live? Please download the video for me. The elderly people, elderly people, they are finding the truth in what I'm saying. I just want to say, you are so blessed. All of you that are watching Seer One, you are so blessed. Tonight is a very critical night. Tonight, I'm not going to leave any stone unturned. I'm going to touch B10 today. I'm going to touch it today. I'm going to talk about it today. And I'm going to invite you at the later stage in this broadcast on video for me to talk to you, especially youths in Zambia. I also want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate the youth of Zambia for being resilient, for being strong. You refuse to be intimidated. I am watching you on Facebook. I am watching you on TV. I'm watching you everywhere. You have decided to take the future of Zambia in your hand. No matter how they intimidate you, no matter how they fight you, no matter how they have treated you, you say, no, enough is enough. Youth of Zambia, you are so blessed. You have my support. You have the support of spiritual. You have the support of Chilufia Michael Sata. You have the support of every woman in Zambia. Next year, those thieves, those criminals, they must leave. They have done enough damage in the land of Zambia. And I am trying to lay foundation before we proceed. Please listen. If you have just joined now, share this broadcast in all the groups. Share this broadcast even on your wall. I want every youth here. I want every youth here. They must hear what I'm talking about. It's very, very important. They must hear what I'm talking about. Every youth. I always say, if I'm lying, whatever I say about Zambia, whatever I say about the government of Zambia, whatever I say about the PF, if I'm lying, everyone can see. If I'm lying, they're at liberty to take me to court. If I'm lying, they're at liberty, to do anything they want. I don't lie. When I took an oath in the presence of God Father to serve the people, to help the people, one of the things that we do not do is that we swore that we will never lie. Even at the point of death, we don't lie. That's why you see me speaking boldly like this. I don't lie against people. I never lied against PF. Anything I said about Edgar Lungu is true. Edgar Lungu is the most corrupt president in the world today. Anything I say about him is true. It's not lie. I don't lie. If I'm lying, if you can sue me. I don't have a problem with being sued. You can sue me. If I'm lying, you can do anything you want. I'm not lying. Everything I say is true. And remember, I don't speak against Zambia. I never spoke against Zambia, and I will never speak against Zambia because I love Zambia. If there is any country in the world that treated me so well since I started traveling all over the world, is Zambia. I love Zambia. That's why I've carried the burden of Zambia in my heart like this. Not because I need anything. I don't need anything from Zambia. I've already said it before. You will never see me, my leg in Zambia. Even next year, when HH becomes president, you will never see my leg in Zambia. You will never see me doing any business with Zambia. Never. If I register a company in Zambia to do anything with Zambia, let Pakra register me. I will never. I will never have anything to do with Zambia. What is my main concern is that millions of my children in Zambia must have meal to eat. Millions of my children in Zambia must have good life. That is all that I want. I'm not coming to Zambia. I said it before. Even you that is watching me, maybe you're a PF cadre, you are watching me, you are saying, when HH win election now, see, one will come to our country. What am I coming to your country to do? I'm not going to come there. I have sworn upon Godfather, the only person that I respect on earth, the only person that I fear. I've sworn upon his name that I will not step my foot into Zambia. When you see me fighting like this, many people will say, Sia1 has been paid to talk. Paid by who? I never met HH. I never talked to HH. I don't even know how his number look like. I don't know how he look like. I never met Kamburi. I never talked with Kamburi. I don't know how he look like. I never met Nefes Mumba. All of those people, I never met them. It's not my concern. What is my concern is that PF must leave power next year. Because they have destroyed Zambia beyond repair. I even feel sorry for the next government that will take over because you have a lot of work to do. These guys are parasites. They have eaten the economy. They have run it down. But before I start talking, youths, PF youths in Zambia decided to go and report me to Nigerian embassy. I'm coming there now to teach you something. These illiterates who don't know nothing. I'm coming there to teach you something. Now listen, look at this. Every Zambian youth that is watching me today, I want to make an appeal to you. Start traveling. Believe me, start traveling. I know that next year your country is going to be good again because the next government that is coming in is going to make everything okay for you. It's going to create an environment of peace, environment of love for you, a good environment. But Vaudin say, is this life? Yes, this is life. I'm alive. Every Zambian youth, start traveling. You must stop saying we are born in Zambia, we are going to die in Zambia. No. You must travel. You must come to South Africa. Leave your country. Come to South Africa. Live in South Africa for 1 year, for 2 years. The more you travel, the more you are educated. Traveling is part of education. Education is not only chalk and paper on the board. No, traveling is part of education. You must travel. You must go and live in Nigeria. You must learn something from Nigeria. You must travel. You must go and live in the United States of America. When you see all these youths that are speaking today, you look at somebody like Lily. Lily is speaking because she has traveled. She understands her right. You know, if you tell a Zambian youth today to say, speak, she will say, that Zambian youth will say, no, when I speak, they will arrest me. It's because you don't travel. You are used to Zambian environment where PF is ruling Zambia like class monitors. They can arrest anyone at any point in time. They can do anything at any point in time. No, if you have traveled, your mind will open. You understand what is happening. You know you're right. You must travel. Samson Mbewe say, is this life? Yes, this is life. Understand? You must travel. Zambian youths, don't just travel from Kitwe to Lusaka. You say, oh, the journey is so boring. The journey was so tiring. Which journey? Traveling from Kitwe to Lusaka, you say journey. It's not a journey. You are still where you are. You must leave the country. Get your passport. Make visa. Go and live in another country. You must be exposed. You must learn how things are being done all over the world. The earth does not end in Zambia. You must travel. You must travel. You must leave your country. Go and live in another country. That's why in PF, an illiterate party of cadres, they don't understand the difference between exile and somebody leaving his country to go and live in another country. And this type of stupid people are ruling a country. What do you expect? You see, anytime Bowman Lusambo is saying, he said, that one in exile is referring to me. He's saying I'm in exile because I decided to come and live in South Africa. You see, when you travel, you know, you understand things. Your minds are open. You must get visas and leave Zambia. Youths, go to different countries and stay in different countries. Even 2 years, even 3 years, you learn a lot of things. Don't just be there because you are there in Zambia, Bowman Lusambo does, you hide. No, because you don't understand your right. Somebody like Chela is able to speak today because he has traveled. He has been to Nigeria. He has met Nigeria. He understands his right of freedom of speech. If you see somebody like what is his name? You see somebody like B-Flow. Because he has traveled, he understands his right. If you see somebody like, what is the name of this one? Pilato. You see somebody like all these people that are speaking. When you see them speaking with boldness, they understand their right because they have traveled. When you see other people who are failing to speak, they are afraid because they don't understand their right. There is no law on earth that destroys freedom of speech. There is no law on earth. Freedom of speech is very, very important. If the time you stop talking, you are dead. That's why you have to travel. Travel, go to other countries. Go to other countries. Live in other countries. You know, don't just say, I'm in Zambia, I will live in Zambia. Many people are in Zambia, you know, they don't actually know that they need to move and learn something from other people's country. You must move. You see, you must travel. But there is something I want to read for you because Zambia is a Christian nation, like you say, like you always say. I want you to hear what I want to say before we proceed. Remember, if you have just joined us, make sure that you share. If you don't share, you are not part of Jagaban. If you just join, you must share. I want to read something from the Bible as we proceed. I want to read something from the Bible as we pray. I want to read Genesis chapter 11 verse 4. When you come to me using religion, I teach you religion. If you come to me using culture also, I teach you culture. I'm everywhere. Look at this. Genesis chapter 11 verse 4. Then they said, come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches the heavens, so that we may make name for ourselves. Otherwise, we shall be scattered on the face of the earth. But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower and the people building it. Verse 6. The Lord said, if as one people speaking the same language they have begun this, then nothing they plan to do that will be impossible for them to do. And the Lord said, come, God spoke to his angel, come, let us go down and confuse their language so that they will not understand each other. Youths of Zambia, youths of all over the world, any youth that is watching me right now, anytime you lose your language, you have lost everything. Anytime you lose your language, you have lost everything. When the white people came to Africa to colonize us, one of the first things they did was to make us lose our language. Because they know that once our language is lost, we are finished. That is why God himself said to his angel, let us go down and confuse their languages. When white people came here, Americans, France, Britain, name them, when they came here to colonize us, the first thing they did was to change our language. They made our language look useless. And they introduced English language. They introduced Spanish language. They introduced French language. Because they know that once our language is gone, we are finished. Language is power. Our language is dead today. African language is dead. You cannot speak it at an international level. You can never speak it anywhere and it will be recognized. The first thing they did was to come and they destroy our language completely. They gave us Bible and they made us to stop speaking our language and start speaking English. And any man you speak his language is your boss forever and ever. He will never change it. This is why Africa is crying. We are all crying. Everyone is crying in Africa. We are all crying. We are all crying, and we are saying, what is wrong? What is wrong is that we lost our language. And this is exactly what China is going to do in Zambia next year if care is not taken. I am coming there now. Anytime you see a country coming into your country and start introducing their language, they are not comfortable with your language. They want to force you to learn their language. Know that that country is coming to colonize you. I am coming there now. This is how Africa was colonized. As I'm talking to you today, I am speaking English here today. I will make a lot of mistakes. Like I always say, I will make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, I'm going to speak a lot of things. And I'm going to make mistakes. And you are going to see some people that will be laughing at me. Some people say, see, I don't know how to speak English. They will laugh at me. The first thing our colonizers did was to infuse their language in us and confuse our language. We are not proud of our language. There is no African person that is proud of their language. They fear to say it. They fear to speak their language. That's why you can see a Zambian and a Zambian, they will meet themselves in America. They will not speak their language. They will speak English. They are even shy to speak their language. Even when they know they don't know how to speak English, they force themselves to speak it. And white people are looking at us. White people are clapping because we are still slave to them. If we can speak their language, we are slave to them. When you lose your language, you are finished. This is the first thing white people did to us. They made us lose our language. Our language become useless. You can see, if I go to an occasion now and I'm speaking English, I'm trying my best, I'm speaking English. When I make mistake, like where I'm supposed to put is, I put was. My black people will laugh at me. They will say, see, I want is illiterate. See, I want don't know how to speak English. My black people will say, they will laugh at me. And in the same occasion, a white man comes and try to speak an African language. He doesn't even know how to speak it. He speaks and make a mistake. Black people will clap for that white man. They will say, you are trying. They will clap. That thing, that mistake that white man made speaking African language, black people will clap for that person. Black people say, white man is trying. Wow, white man, you are doing it well. But they will never clap for a black person that spoke English and make a mistake. Why? Because we are still slaves. Our language is confused. Our language is destroyed. I'm not going to waste your time. I was here in my let us see what China want to do to Zambia. That's why I'm saying every Zambian youth must watch this broadcast. Every Zambian youth must share this broadcast. Every Zambian youth must know exactly what is about to happen in Zambia next year if care is not taken. Now look, I was in my house, I think day before yesterday. This child was crying. This child was crying. This child is saying, see, we are about to write exam. And unfortunately, in our exam, there is Chinese language. It's a young child. He was crying. I thought he was joking. Few minutes later, another man sent me, an elderly man sent me the timetable for Zambian examination this year. I want to show you something which you have to see here. Let me show you something here. Let me show you something here. This is a examination council of Zambia. This is a grade 9 timetable. Grade 9 timetable. Grade 9 timetable. Now look at what is going to happen here. In December, this must be Thursday, 15th of December, 2020. Grade 9 students in Zambia are going to be writing Chinese language. Watch it. Chinese language. Chinese language. The first question you ask yourself is, what for? What for? If it's true, if this timetable that was sent to me is true, every Zambian is supposed to be crying as I'm talking right now. If it's true that there's going to be examination in Zambia whereby children are going to be writing Chinese language, tell me what for. In my other broadcast, I made it clear that China has already taken over Zambia. They are just waiting for next year. If Edgar Lungu had to win next year election, believe me, China will land in Zambia. Why? When you see that Chinese language, you know that Zambia is about to be colonized. The first thing that happens when any country wants to colonize any country, they come with their language. They force the people to learn their language. Why must Zambia be having Chinese language? Tell me, this is not a laughing matter. I'm not laughing. I'm talking about the future of Zambia here. The future of the children. A young child called me. A young child was crying. He said, we are now learning Chinese language in our school and we are going to be writing exam in December. What for? What is Chinese language doing there? What is Chinese? What is Chinese language doing in Zambia? That's why I'm telling you, Zambia is gone. Gonest. Zambia is gone. As I'm talking to you today, it's already done. It's already sealed. I swear, 2 years from now, if care is not taken, Zambians will become slaves to China. That's why they are forcing the children to learn China. Learn China for what? Learn Chinese language for what? What for? How many Zambian men are doing business in China? Ask yourself that question. How many Zambian men are doing business in China? How many schools in Zambia, in China, is learning Zambian language? You learned French because they came to colonize you. You learned English because they came to colonize you. Do you want to be colonized again? No. We were colonized when we were sleeping. Not now, not again. No country in Africa will be colonized again. China has come to colonize Zambia. That's why they are teaching young children Chinese. For what reason? For what reason? They are preparing these children to be servants. Believe me, next year, if you are still sleeping, if you are a Zambian and you are still sleeping, next year, after election, if we allow the Edgar Lungu to go through, prepare yourself. China will come to Zambia like this, in numbers. I swear. China will come to Zambia like this, in numbers. And they will turn people to slaves in their own land. That's why you have to learn their language, so that when you are washing their plate, when you are sweeping their houses, when you are cleaning them, you must speak their language. It will be easy. What for? How many business Zambian people are doing business in China? In Nigeria, there are billions, millions of Nigerians that are doing business in China. They don't have time to learn China language. Why must China bring their language to Zambia? Because they know that the airport in Zambia will be taken over by China. The TV station already is gone. Zesco already gone. Everything is gone. Then very soon, if Edgar Lungu, if by mistake, it's just that we will not allow it, it's over. But if he made the mistake and won this election, my fear is Zambian people will become slaves in their own land. What I'm talking to you now, what I'm telling you, is not a joke. Go to ECZ, look for the timetable, and find that they are forcing grade 9. Grade 9. What for? Learning China for what? Learning Chinese language for what? We already crying because of what English is doing to us. We are crying because of what French is doing to us. Why must we add China again? The most dangerous thing about China, when China enters your country, the way they have done in Zambia today, they have set a trap, and that trap has already caught the leadership of Zambia. I'm telling you, that trap has already caught the leadership of Zambia. They are holding leadership of Zambia here. Leadership of Zambia is going to fail to pay the airport. They are already failing to pay the road. I'm coming to that. If you are a Zambian youth, I'm talking to you. This is not all about one in Nigeria, one in it has nothing to do with that. I don't care. I don't want anything from you. I am talking so that your eyes opens. Why must grade 9 children start writing examination to learn Chinese language? Learn it for what? How many Chinese people are speaking Bemba? How many of them are speaking Nyanja? How many of them are speaking Tonga? How many of them are speaking Lozi? There is a plan for China to flood Zambia by next year. By next year. This thing I'm telling you is not a joke. That is why the government of China controls Zambia. Because of the money that Zambia have borrowed and they cannot be able to pay it. The thing they will do next year after election, if Edgar Lungu had won, the thing they will do is that they will ship their people. Their people will come in number. They will come in number. That's why a Chinese is untouchable in Zambia. You can't touch them. Imagine now. Imagine what will happen next year. Imagine what is going to happen next year. Imagine what is going to happen next year. The children are being prepared to learn Chinese language so that they can easily serve the Chinese. It will never happen. Over my dead body. There is no African country that will be colonized again. Here. It's not possible. It is not it's impossibility. Whether I'm a Zambian, I'm a Nigerian, there is no country that will be colonized again. No African country. That's why you see what is happening in America. White people rose up and thought that they will kill a black person and go for free. They don't know that we have opened our eyes. Protests began. White people are now crying. It's happening in America. Even in Zambia, it will happen. Believe me, instead of another country to colonize Zambia, Zambia will burn. It will not happen. China cannot colonize Zambia. China cannot colonize Zambia. Why are you telling this child? He called me, he was crying. Grade 9. He said they are teaching us a young child is concerned about his future. 9 years, grade 9 is crying. He says, Seer one, please talk about this in your broadcast. They are telling us to learn Chinese language. Learn Chinese language for what? Learn Chinese language for what? That's why I read something from the scripture here now. Anytime your language is confused, you are finished. God said, let us go down and confuse their language. China want to bring their language. Language is power. Once Zambians learn the language, it will be easy to serve China. Mark my word. That's why I'm saying, even the government that will take over next year, you have a lot of job to do. You must call Chinese and sit them down and tell them to say, look, whatever you did with this corrupt, useless government, you did it with them. Our children is not involved. Remove it. That useless thing, remove it from your syllabus. We're already tired of English. People like us and many other people in Africa. I know in Africa today, for you to go to university, you must pass English. English is not my father's language. I know children that are committing suicide because they failed English. It's not our language. Why must we kill ourselves for something that they forced in us? English is already doing us bad. We already crying. We already suffering because of English. You want to come and bring China. For what reason? What is the benefit? Why do you want to? Edgar Lungu, PF government, where is your heart? I know that you are so rich. You are so filthy rich right now that anything happen next year, you fly out of the country to go and live in another country. What will happen to the children, to generation to come that you are living in Zambia? They will go and serve China. For what reason? Why should they learn Chinese language? You are preparing them secretly, preparing them, positioning them. It will never be well with you. I curse you. I curse your family. I curse the entire PF. Everyone there, both the good and the bad ones, all of you are cursed. Children are crying. I'm telling you, children are crying. They are crying. Children are sending messages to me. I don't even know where they get my number. Young children, they are crying. They are saying they want to teach us Chinese. They don't want it. And you are imposing it on them. You are a disgrace to Africa. You are a big disgrace to Africa. This time, all African nations have woken up. Ghana has woken up. Other African countries, Uganda, Rwanda, they have woken up. They don't take rubbish from white people. They don't take rubbish from Chinese. And you want to submit your country to be colonized by China. You are a disgrace. You are a big disgrace. Everyone is waking up. Go to Tanzania. That president, Chinese wanted to give him loan. He said, no, I don't want your loan. You cannot buy my country. To you, Edgar, it's all about you. You and the few people that are benefiting from you. It's all about you. It's all about you and the people that are benefiting from you. It's all about you, Dorasilia, what is her name? Bowman Lusambo, and those people that are benefiting from you. That's what you care about. China comes and give you $1 billion US. You sign it because of illiteracy. Today, China is about to take over your country. China has introduced their language in your country, and you agree. For what reason? Or for what benefit? What benefit? Why you don't learn it? Why you and your family, you and the Tasila and your family member, why you don't learn it? Do it, make it a family affair. Let them come to State House and teach you Chinese. Leave innocent children alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. And I feel sorry for PF cadres. My God. I feel sorry for PF cadres. You don't see your future. You think that you are going to be a cadre forever. They give you R1, you make noise. They give you R2, you make noise. You don't know that your future is going. Your children are going to serve Chinese. Your children are going to worship Chinese. Your children are learning Chinese at school right now. Not any time a country is about to be colonized. Anytime a country is about to go, the first thing that happens is the language. The language changes. They are about to take over Zambia and they have introduced the language. They have introduced the language. Children will write it December. Chinese language. Chinese language for what? Who does Chinese language help? Does China know how to speak English? Does China know how to speak Bemba? Does China know how to... For what? If you want to do business, you do business. If they want to give you loan, they give you loan. They go their way, you go your way. Don't impose Chinese language on children. What you are planting in that children, Edgar, you think that thing that you are planting today, you think is a joke. It's not a joke. It's not. You can think, no, we are doing it so that we'll get money from China. You will get the money. And you misuse the money like the way you do. Because you like playing. You play with the money and misuse it. China will come and take over everything. The airport that you are claiming that you built, infrastructure development, borrowed money from China, which China is going to come and take now. If we allowed you to win election next year, China will come and take over the airport. The roads you are talking about, corrupt road. Those of you that are even saying there is no corruption in PF, where is the proof? You are not wise. The corruption in PF is open like this. It's too open. It's too wide. They don't even know how to hide it. Especially since I exposed them this year. They don't know how to hide it. I'm coming to talk about that. Before President Michael Chilufya died, he had a project to build Ndola Dua Carriageway. Sata had that thing in mind. And the cost of that project was $650 million US. $650 million US. And people were still debating. People were still saying it's expensive. Edgar Lungu came into power. And today that road is being built at a cost of $1.2 billion US. What other corruption do you think? What other? That's what I'm saying. When I say Edgar Lungu is fit rich, he doesn't care. I know what I'm talking about. What other corruption do you want now? A road that's supposed to cost 650 million US dollars under Edgar Lungu, that road is being constructed at 1.2 billion, not million, billion US dollars. Where are you going to get money to pay back Chinese? You don't have the money. Okay, now half of that money that the road was supposed to cost 650 million US dollars. That where is the part of the money? It has gone to few individuals. You don't. Edgar Lungu, can you feel pity for people of Zambia? They loved you. They loved you, including myself. Can you feel pity? Feel pity for these people. Feel pity for Zambia. Feel pity. Feel pity for them. Feel pity. Look at the children. Look at the suffering of the people. Edgar, feel pity. Feel pity for them. Feel pity for them. Feel pity. You are a human being. You are also a human being. Please feel pity for these people. 1.2 billion US dollars. Edgar, where is your heart? Feel pity. Sure. Feel pity. Have mercy on people. On behalf of people of Zambia, I am begging you, Edgar Lungu, have mercy on them. Have mercy. Have mercy on the people of Zambia, please. A lot of youths are watching me today. I'm begging. Here there are thousands upon thousands of people that are watching. Feel pity for these guys. Feel pity for the people of Zambia. Feel pity for them, please. Hey. Huh? Constructing of a police post that it will not even take up to 5 million kwacha. Edgar Lungu, under your government, you are constructing it at 17 million kwacha. Edgar Lungu, feel pity for these guys. Please have mercy. Have mercy on them. Zambian people that have suffered, they don't deserve this. They don't deserve this. The Zambian people don't deserve this. What you are giving to them, what you are giving to them is they don't deserve this, Edgar Lungu. Your leadership is the most corrupt leadership on earth today. Feel pity for Zambian people. They have suffered, they are crying, they are here. They are here, they are watching me, they are crying together with me. Feel pity for them. Let your government stop looting. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough.
Okay, so you have seen the video. I'm sure you have learned one or two things. It's important that these things are discussed so that you and me can have an idea. Knowledge is power. So you've heard what Seer has said. And now it's up to you to make the right decision when it comes to voting. It's either you vote this right candidate or you vote the wrong one, and we continue in the same cycle. So the choice is yours. You have a power, and the power lies in your voter's card. It's a girl, lilymutamztv, also known as ROA. See you on my next video. I love you guys.
Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button, and follow me on all social media platforms. It's simply at lilymutamztv.